And welcome to the final battle of Starfleet Command, Season 14, the Gorn Confederation versus the Klingon Star Empire. And we have here the Godzilla-class battleship, a triplet of heavy bombardment cruiser, as well as our advanced plasma destroyer squaring off against a triplet of B-10 battleships, some X-type destroyers, and of course finally X-type heavy cruisers. So we have brought the standard final battle setup, and you know what, I actually am going to take some time. We're going to see if we can't get the full power recharge going on here. Probably going to lose our destroyers because they look like they're kind of suiciding themselves just a little bit. Although if they manage to take out all those fighters, that might be a little bit of a help. The Klingons have a bit of an advantage in this battle. One, their dreadnoughts are bigger than ours, and two, our weapons fire once every 3 turns. Their weapons fire every turn. Makes life just a little bit more difficult than you might otherwise anticipate, because the Klingons can just keep up a rate of fire that we cannot match. And that amount of damage just builds over time, especially in a large fleet battle. In small gunning, well, in small ship engagements, just 1-on-1, 2-on-2, that sort of thing, the Gorn shine amazingly. But once you start getting into larger fleet actions, oh, the amount that you start putting out in terms of damage starts becoming somewhat ridiculous, and already looks like almost all the destroyers have been destroyed as they basically threw themselves into the battleships. We need to get in there and cause a little bit of havoc, but we also can't be dumb about it. If we do, we'll all die, and that would obviously not be ideal. So our plan must be to get on top of the enemy and nail them with enough firepower that they will not be able to do anything. I think our Godzillas should be able to handle it, although this entire initial salvo is going to be totally wasted. And that is the greatest weakness of the AI right now, because there's nothing we can do about that. So guys, we're going to have to get within range and just nail them with everything we've got. Sounds like plasma is already on the menu. I'm going to deposit my plasma just as soon as we get within range. Yeah, we got a lot of firepower coming out of this guy. So how are you doing in terms of health and survival? You're doing quite well. How about you? I want the weakest one. I want to make sure that the weakest one, or the most powerful one, dies. So we've grabbed onto him to make sure he can't get away, and he is now destroyed. We got one more advanced heavy cruiser, and if we can kill them, we do have a small advantage in that. Plasma torpedoes to normal. We're going to need the power for this one. So we have managed to kill most of their X-ships, however we haven't killed all, whereas they've destroyed all of our plasma destroyers. So that makes them have a numbers advantage, and that's not good when you're fighting a race that can, well, basically fire every single turn on you with all of their really good heavy weapons. So we're going to get in here, we're going to try and maul them as much as we possibly can. Guys, I need to focus a little bit. You know what, just shoot. Engage as best as you can, and I will attempt to engage this XCA all on my lonesome. After all, if they're dealing enough damage to those battleships, then I shouldn't really care what it is they're doing in their free time. Oh god, I'm about to pass through right 2 X-type destroyers. Lucky for me, it looks like they're firing everything they can into the Godzillas, which are unfortunate. Oh wow, dude. That was so much defensive plasma fire that the game actually lagged. I don't think I've ever seen this game actually lag like that. Right, come on, we just need a little bit more damage into this guy and he'll be dead. Where is the rest of my fleet? I have no idea. And okay, so all the X-type heavy cruisers are dead. Now we can start focusing on these destroyers, because these destroyers are just mauling us. Looks like my 2 heavy cruisers are zipping in from the corners, going in for as much as they possibly can. Plasma torpedoes, looks like they're probably being wasted. Let me guess, they're being just totally wasted by shooting into wild whizzes. Of course they are. We need to keep our targeting opportunistic. Whoever shows a weakness is someone who must die. You are a target. Come on, plasma. Alright, there's a good plasma barrage. That ought to go right on through. And so we've been caught in the blast of something. I'm just not sure what of. Another 170 damage with that plasma barrage as we pass on through. We just need to keep the fire going as much as we possibly can. We are starting to take quite a bit of damage though. Actually, no, we are not. It's the battleships that are eating up most of that. We're dealing quite a lot of damage though. Quite a few penetrating hits. We're about to have another R-type plasma torpedo ready to go. And if we can deal enough damage, we might be able to kill one of these B-11s. Oh, this is just an utter mess. It's impossible to keep track of who's who. But we need to start really causing damage. We got to take out one of these battleships before anything can happen. All of a sudden, plasma torpedo away. And it does look like he doesn't have a wild weasel ready to go. And that's a good hit right there. 51 damage onto him. I don't know where the 1 damage came from. That's only a 50 damage plasma torpedo. but he's starting to drop in speed. I'm just going to wait until I'm in his stern. I'm in his stern. Get that Gatling phaser involved if it's ready to go. I want to make sure that it lashes out for the maximum amount of damage that we can dish out, because we are in range. Phasers. Oh, we didn't have it selected. Oh, it's just our phaser capacitor isn't keeping up with this. We're just firing too quickly with our phaser X's, because the phaser X charges and is able to fire twice per turn. So it makes it incredibly powerful. We've mostly crippled him. He's dead at this point. I'm just going to finish him off to make sure that he doesn't eat too many random plasma torpedoes and stays focused on everybody else. There we go. We've taken out one, and it looks like we lost a Godzilla as well. So we've got to come in with a nice plasma barrage here. I'm going to prep another plasma anchor on this one, although he's about to stare me clear in the face. I don't want to deal with that, but I don't have a whole heck of a lot of choice. Or I can go for you, because you're braked at the moment. Now we got to focus on the big guns. Drop a mine. Let's see how he wants to deal with that one. Looks like they're breaking off a little bit. Lovely. Plasma torpedoes ought to be ready to go in shortly. As soon as we get this anchor down, we are going to fire everything we've got into his stern. In fact, it may be a good idea. Ooh, we lost the first of our vessels. So our point defense tractors have engaged. Come on. Grab onto him. Grab onto him. Forward shields are down, but that's an anchor. And we'll turn. And point defense systems engaged. Defend as best as we can. We gotta let go. Let go, let go, let go. There we go. So we did a lot of damage to him, but we took a lot of damage in return. Do we have any ships left? Oh no, we don't. It is just us and the other heavy bombardment cruiser against 2 X-type destroyers. How did they beat all 3 Godzillas? Oh my god. These X-type destroyers, man, are just nightmarishly powerful. It's because they can basically take our entire primary salvo and totally waste it. They don't have to bother with anything with that, because they will always be able to avoid that initial plasma salvo. Oh, that is cruel. Huh. I literally can't do this battle, though. The AI is too dumb. How did I do this battle? Oh, I didn't do this battle last time. Last time it was a plasma-on-plasma engagement, wasn't it? Ooh. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue there. I mean, we've got 26 points of power, but we don't have anything sufficient in order to keep this ship going. So transfer our flag over to the rod, because this is the only ship with any actual power. You have a full setup of plasma torpedoes, and you're not using them. Oh my god. Come about. Give him a target. Point blank range engagement. 113 damage, didn't kill him though. He did manage to survive that hit, and then there we go. Alright, so it is still just 2 on 3. 1 X-type destroyer is basically out of this fight. He's doing a speed of 3 at this point, so I think it's safe to say he ain't getting involved in anything. We have been nailed so far. Armor kind of holding, sort of. And it was a fake, but we got him, so that's another one down. So it's 1 on 2. Great. And by the way, one of them is a B-10 battleship. Give me a target. Look it up. Fire a plasma torpedo. Dead on into him. Let's see how he deals with this one. He just tanks it, because it's basically all he can do. Alright, 1 on 1. Let's see if we can take him out. This has been one hell of a battle. I honestly thought we were going to lose. We still might lose. I mean, he's an X-type destroyer. He is not a slouch in firepower at all. So let's get a tractor beam getting ready to go, so I can just sort of push him away. I don't want to deal with him, honestly. What's my shield reinforcement set to? Nothing. That's not good. It's set to the aft corner. Are you kidding me? Fire everything. Keep firing everything. We are out of many things. Oh, Gatling phaser getting involved. 51 damage. Start repairing that engine. I need to keep this engine engaged. His shuttle base down. Oh, and he's in my port arc, which is about to come active. Come on, I need those port-side plasma torpedoes to charge. Come on, give me more power. I need the power. He's starting to accelerate away. He's gonna get past my ability to launch plasma at him. If he comes back in, we'll be able to shoot him. But he doesn't have all plasma. What? It shows his shuttle base down. Oh, you absolute lying jerk of an MFD. I see this. We're well within range to know this is offline. That is some bullshit. Sorry for my language. I generally try not to swear on these ones, but that probably just cost me the battle. I mean, we've done a lot of damage to him, but Marines, blow up this, and that, and fire everything. That hurt us a lot to do that, but it hurt him more, I think. So that is so much pain. And an over-the-shoulder plasma shot. Oh, we just need a little bit more. A little bit more. I think we've got him. I mean, looking at the MFD, but the MFD's been lying to us so far. I don't know if it... Oh, this is one hell of a battle. This might be the longest final battle we've ever done. And the bloodiest, to be certain. I mean, this is just... Got him. Oh my god, we got him. Whew, that was a fight right there. I don't think I've ever had a final battle that's ever been quite that close. Jeez. That initial salvo. So, a little bit of an explanation here. The Gorn ships fire all of their plasma torpedoes in one gigantic initial salvo. That salvo goes out, it hits the target, and then it blows it up. But everybody's got wild weasels. So every ship fires their initial salvo, and everybody dumps a wild weasel. And now for the next 3 turns, the Gorn just have to tank damage because the AI is not smart enough to realize that everybody's got wild weasels and everybody's going to do that to them. So the Gorn should be trying to go in for plasma anchors in order to catch on to them and blast them, but they don't. So that was an uphill battle from the beginning. We lost all but one ship. One ship. Oh, we almost lost that entirely. I mean, I thought after that that final wild weasel from the destroyed shuttle bay was the end of it. I thought that we were going to die on that one, but we were able to barely pull it out in the end. Gorn armor really probably was the difference in that one. We were able to tank a little bit more damage, but oh, that was a hell of a battle and a great way for the Klingons to go out. Oh, they went down fighting and hard, and that's exactly what we expect from the Klingons. I am proud of them, and I'm so happy with the way that this one turned out. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for Season 14. It is ending. It is over. The next season will begin on Tuesday of next week. Oh, actually, I suppose the week begins on Sunday. So Tuesday of this week, we will be beginning our brand new campaign. I will have to double check to see what the numbers are. It is probably going to be Romulans, and it will probably be Romulans versus Gorn, which, you know, might be a little bit of a mistake considering we just fought here. We may end up going to have a long-distance travel against somebody else, maybe the Hydrons or something relaxing, you know, because being mobbed by a billion fighters is relaxing. But yeah, we'll find out shortly. Anyway, I've been Mirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see the notification every time I list one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. What did you think about the final battle? What did you think that the Klingons were? Did you think the Klingons were going to win part of the way through that? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And I will see you all in the next season.